Yeah, this is Plug Events and Time have come. The Lion tell them one story. This is the Lion's Voice. Stay tuned.
Well, front to us a son was born and a child was given.
I want to ask you a question. Have you got your book? Haile Selassie's Ethiopia Volume 1, The Rise of the Priest Warrior King. I've read the book in its entirety and I must say it's very inspirational, very informative and very historical, right?
Them call him Rastafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Them call him Rastafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Rastafari. The lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Rastafari. Read the Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then born near the city of Harar, the inspiration for Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England.
So, I do believe Yeshua was a real person. What tips H.I.M over the edge is the acknowledgement of His Majesty, because I came to Yeshua through His Majesty. Because His Majesty, defender of the Christian faith, that is what made I read the Bible, that's what made I investigate. Because I always say I came into the movement as a skeptic, doing my research on who is His Majesty, Ethiopia, why was Ethiopia, out of all of the African nations, the one that was able to avoid conquest and stood in the annals of history, and why does this name keep coming up? And what we have to also understand is when His Majesty chose Ethiopia over Abyssinia in terms of the branding of the nation, this was a very strategic, because Ethiopia historically is a concept, you know, that relates to all black people. So they were different, you know. We start seeing it emerge during the Aksumite period, but the Greeks talk about this, you know, and there is scholarship now that shows that the term Ethiopia is not based on Greek term, but based on ancestor Ethiopius, or, you know, coming from Asian times, so that it's a his term and the Greeks took it from the African, which then evolved to Ethiopia. However, again, His Majesty choosing that term is connecting. It's almost like how Nkrumah chose Ghana for the Gold Coast, hearkening to historic Asian civilization that would have been in modern day Mauritania. And these things, His Majesty is tying Ethiopia to a concept that encompasses at different times the entire continent, as far as in African continent, and then Arabia into India. All of these, you know, were at different times known as Ethiopia. So the vision is there, and I'm realizing that now. I say, what is this man? What are his teachings? And this is what leads I to Yeshua. And one of the things that of note, you know, this address to the World Evangelical Congress in Berlin, you know, he opens up this speech with the words of Yeshua. And this is a phrase, that the opening that he uses is one that he also used in his speech, accepting the welcoming the Orthodox patriarchs to Ethiopia, again the year before, when he was awarded the title of Defender of the Faith. And he says, as, and I'll say Yesus Christos as the Ethiopian say, he says, as Yeshua has said, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So this is a principle that he really choosing to highlight. So for I and I as Rastafari, this is relevant because His Majesty continued to lead us to this teaching of Yeshua. And for those who would burn out Yeshua or born Judeo-Christian, because this is popular philosophy, particularly on the African continent. One's leaning more to traditional African, under Rastafari. And I don't have a problem with that, because every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. And to I, it speaks of the power of His Majesty that people have such a distaste for anything Judeo-Christian, but still cite His Majesty as the Almighty. So however they reach there, to I is just, symbolic of the power. However, for those ones, to contradict the teachings of His Majesty while acknowledging, I don't know how that mental gymnastics is done. Because I have to stay with the teachings of His Majesty. I'm not going to say His Majesty is talking foolishness. I can't utter that. That to I, but ones would say that anybody who believe in Jesus or Yeshua is dealing with foolishness, but yet still His Majesty. So the implication, that it don't track to I, however, again, ones do the gymnastics mentally necessary for them to still heal Him, but at the simultaneously, denounce His teachings as foolishness. Listen, as I said, to I just speaks to the power that they still acknowledge His supremacy, even though they detest His philosophy. Now, again, I think the wisdom in what Yeshua teaches is still relevant. I do think Yeshua is still a gateway, because that Christ consciousness is the gateway to unlock that divine. His Majesty says in his speech on the train when in his address at Christmas, he has a famous Christmas address. We've talked about it on the channel. That with the sacrifice of Yeshua, the hearts of man became the temple of the Most High. So it's within the heart, and it's the same way I and I look at His Majesty dwelling within the hearts of I and His Majesty, as the Father glorify the Son glorify the Father. Is the natural energy of the universe, and both of them are exemplifying that Christ consciousness, that elevated consciousness. And when we talk about Christ consciousness, remember Christ means the anointed one, so that enlightened state of being, no separation between man and the divine, which is the foundation of the Orthodox church. So His Majesty opening up his speech by noting that where two people are gathered, the Almighty is in the midst, speaking again that central teaching that divinity is within man. And to I, that will always be relevant.
Well, Haile Selassie the First, the Almighty, and he was crowned with Empress Menen. And you see there come a time in every relationship in it brand new and your heart is full of doubt. And you try investigate to check things out. And sometimes you see if you follow word of mouth, you end up take the wrong route. Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. But will she diss me? Will she trick me? Or is it just me? But it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. But will she diss me? Or will she be the wife and mother of my baby? Sometimes I feel like she's holding back. Something inside says it don't react. Sometimes I hear how the people chat. Most of the time we ignore all of that. The way she read books made my soul relax. Love how she look and she proud to be black. Me love how she cook and how she state the fact. She said the wicked of it melt like wax. Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. But will she diss me? Will she trick me, or is it just me? Then, well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. Well, will she miss me, or will she be my wife and mother of my baby? When we come together, everything is clear. Anytime we touch, I know love is dear. Sometimes it seems like this girl disappear, and when me ask, me can't find this girl anywhere. Plus, nobody knows a thing when me ask around. In me head, wonder if she again pass around in somebody bed, and them have me as the clown. That's when me hear the telephone sound. Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. Well, will she miss me? Will she trick me? Or is it just me? Then, well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. Well, will she trick me? Or will she be my wife and mother of my baby? She don't got no one bag of man, she no took on my road. And when me ask about this girl, seem like nobody knows. Me love the way how she dress, how she put on her clothes. But if she step on the street, she no push up her nose. Love the way how she neat and she never expose. But if she step on a beach, of her body she proud. Love the way how she speak, she stand out in a crowd. Make me feel like send me head in the cloud. That's because my head in the cloud.